Attention passionate Atlanta, Falcons fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC South and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Atlanta Falcons' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Atlanta Falcons fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Atlanta, FALCONS. Let's get to the news now. Folks, buckle up because what I'm about to tell you is straight out of the NFL rumor mill, but it's enough to send shockwaves through the NFC South, and honestly, it could reshape the Falcons' future for years to come. Rumors are swirling that the Minnesota Vikings might be making some bold moves, and one that's catching everyone's attention is the potential trade of Christian Darrisaw to the Atlanta Falcons. Yeah, you heard that right. The Vikings, currently sitting at 5-8 with a defense giving up around 21. 6 points per game, are reportedly looking to shake things up. They're in rebuild mode, and they might be ready to part ways with Darrisaw, a young, versatile offensive tackle who's been a bright spot on their line. Sources close to the situation suggest that Minnesota is considering trading Darrisaw along with some draft picks and possibly an offensive tackle in exchange for cap relief and other assets. The Vikings, with about $8 million in cap space, are prioritizing a rebuild that focuses on bolstering their defensive line rather than paying big for aging players. Darrisaw, just 26 years old, has established himself as one of the top tackles in the league, and this move could be a way for Minnesota to free up some cap space to target younger talent and build for the future. Meanwhile, the Falcons, sitting at 4-9 with an offense averaging 4 points a game, are looking to stabilize their offensive line and turn things around for the stretch run. Adding a player of Darrisaw's caliber would be a game changer for their front five. Now let's talk about why this makes so much sense for the Falcons. Darrisaw is not just any tackle. He's a top-tier, versatile player who excels in both pass protection and run blocking. He's already proven himself with 13 games this season, earning a PFF grade of 89.8, which ranks him among the best tackles in the league, just behind names like Tristan Wirfs. His ability to win pass blocks more than 80% of the time and his run blocking grade of 91. 2 make him a perfect fit for Atlanta's offensive scheme. When you add a player like Darrisaw, you're not just plugging a hole, you're elevating the entire offensive line, giving Desmond Ridder more time to operate and Bijan Robinson more space to run. His presence could be the catalyst to turn the Falcons' offense from decent to dominant. From a statistical perspective, Darrisaw's impact would be significant. He's allowed only 2 sacks this season, with an overall grade of 88+ for his career. His ability to stay healthy, he's missed 0 games this year and has minimal injury history, adds to his value. He's a true Ironman on the line, and his win rate in protection schemes without blitzes is an impressive 76.4%. Imagine him anchoring the right side of the Falcons' line, creating a fortress that opponents struggle to penetrate. That would give Arthur Smith the flexibility to open up the playbook, especially in play-action passes, where the Falcons could use Darrisaw's blocking prowess to generate explosive plays downfield. And let's not forget the strategic side of this potential trade. The Vikings, with their current cap situation, are trying to shed some of their biggest cap hits, and Darrisaw fits perfectly into that plan. Moving him would free up roughly $22 million in cap space, a significant boost for their rebuilding efforts. Plus, they're clearly prioritizing their defensive line, which has been a weak point this season, allowing 281 points and struggling to generate pressure consistently. For the Falcons, acquiring Darrisaw would be akin to hitting the jackpot, a young, proven star who can anchor their line for years and help push the team back into playoff contention. So, what kind of impact are we talking about for Atlanta? Well, with Darrisaw on board, expect the Falcons' offensive line to improve dramatically. We're talking about a potential reduction of around 10 sacks allowed this season, which is huge. It's not just about protecting Ridder better, it's about creating a more balanced attack. Robinson would have more room to run, and the passing game would become much more effective. This upgrade could push the Falcons' points per game closer to 26, making them a more dangerous team and giving them a real shot at finishing the season strong. It's all about building consistency and confidence, and a guy like Darrisaw could be the piece that unlocks that potential. In terms of the overall division, this move could shake things up quite a bit. The odds of Atlanta making the playoffs would get a nice bump, especially with the increased offensive capability. Bookmakers are already moving the Super Bowl odds for the Falcons from +20-0 to +9-0, reflecting a newfound optimism that a better offensive line could propel them into the postseason. Meanwhile, the Vikings, who are currently at +15-0, might face a tougher road ahead if they decide to rebuild around younger players and cut ties with veteran stars like Darisaw. For Atlanta, this isn't just about adding a talented player. It's about making a statement that they're serious about competing now, not just future planning. Looking back at Darisaw's career, he's been a revelation when healthy. He's played 13 games in 2025, earning a near-perfect grade of 89.8, which puts him among the league's elite tackles. His ability to allow just 2 sacks and maintain a 91-2 run-blocking grade shows he's not just a pass protector but a complete offensive lineman. He's also incredibly durable, missing 0 games and avoiding injuries that sideline other players. His win rate in protection schemes without blitzes is a jaw-dropping 76.4%, which is a testament to his technique and consistency. Plus, his ability to generate yards after catch, YAC, boosts, and his overall effectiveness in the run game make him a versatile threat that defenses will have a hard time matching. Now, for the Falcons, this isn't just a move to patch a weakness. It's a strategic step toward becoming a more complete team. The offensive line has been a concern all season, with inconsistent protection and a lack of stability at key positions. A player like Darisaw can change that narrative, providing leadership and reliability up front. It's a move that echoes some of the most successful rebuilds in NFL history, where a single acquisition transformed an entire offense. Think about how the addition of a top tackle can elevate the entire offensive scheme, giving Arthur Smith the tools to unleash a more dynamic, balanced attack. Of course, we have to consider the big picture. The trade would also send a message to the rest of the league that the Falcons are serious about contending sooner rather than later. With a stronger offensive line, their offensive efficiency would skyrocket, and that's exactly what they need to make a real push in the NFC South and beyond. The division is already competitive, with teams like the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and New Orleans Saints fighting for supremacy, but a move like this could shift the balance of power. It's all about gaining an edge, and acquiring Darisaw might be that edge the Falcons have been looking for. As for the Vikings, this move makes sense from a rebuilding perspective. They're trying to shed cap hits and acquire draft capital to build a younger, more flexible roster. Moving Darisaw, who is currently on an affordable deal compared to his elite level of play, aligns with their strategy. Plus, they're clearly prioritizing their defensive line, which needs bolstering if they want to contend again in the future. It's a bold move, but one that could set the Vikings on a different path, potentially turning them into a team that rebuilds quickly and competes again in a few seasons. In conclusion, if this trade goes through, it could be one of the most significant moves of the NFL season so far. For the Falcons, it's an opportunity to dramatically upgrade their offensive line, improve their overall offensive output, and position themselves as serious playoff contenders. For the Vikings, it's about cap management and focusing on rebuilding their defensive core. The ripple effects of this move could be felt for years, and it's a story that every Falcons fan should keep a close eye on. The potential to add a player of Darisaw's caliber is not just an upgrade, it's a game changer, a statement of intent, and a step toward reclaiming their place among the NFL's elite. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Atlanta Falcons news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Atlanta Falcons fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential blockbuster? Do you believe Darisaw could be the missing piece that finally pushes Atlanta over the top? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Falcons. Remember, this league is constantly evolving and every move counts. I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Atlanta Falcons news. Keep the passion alive and let's get ready for what might be one of the most exciting off-seasons in recent memory. We're on the rise, and with moves like this, the future looks brighter than ever. Go Falcons!